Big Elvis the Chef. I am here. What's really going on? What's happening in the world today? What's happening on this earth? We're being smoked out. And when I say smoked out, I'm not talking about this. We are being let me pose the argument. Do that. The argument is, are we being terraformed? Is the planet making its, are they putting something, are they changing the planet? Is the planet being transformed into something more sustainable? Are we funny. Are we being terraformed? Is the planet being terraformed?
Yeah, I guess not.
That's the question I pose. Are we getting the planet ready for who's coming, so they can breathe better? It's a glamping apocalypse. Yeah. It's a glamping apocalypse going on. sun. Normally when you stare into the sun, it has this like vibrating, pulsating aspects, and it hasn't pulsated in a couple of days. I always look at the sun. I used to sun gaze. You know this already if you know me. But what I'm seeing is the sun. It usually inside the sphere of the sun, it vibrates almost like a heartbeat, and that heartbeat is off. It's just a very dull light lately. Well, at least just for the last few days. There's no more pulsating. Some might say it's because of the smoke. So much smoke in the air is taking away the sun's ability to pulsate, or at least for us to be able to see the pulsating of the sun. But I would argue that's all BS. Something else is going on here. No. But when you stare into the sun like I'm doing right now, there's no vibrating. It's just there. It's very weird. And it's giving off the sun that I remember as a kid, more yellowish sun. Whereas lately it's been a white sun. This is Red Hook, y'all. And in Red Hook, you're at the edge, so to speak. All these rocks. I would argue that we are definitely, something is going on, only because I'm that guy. I'm not going to listen to anything they say on the news. I'm not going to listen to anything that's being promoted or pushed. Look how cool Red Hook is. Check this out. This is pretty cool. Somebody has a place where you can pump up your bike tire. How cool is that? That's super cool. Hair blowing in the wind. Are we being terraformed? The question I have. Are they getting us ready for what's coming? Because there's supposed to be these wildfires in Canada cause all this. Traveled America. I have traveled America. They do these control burns in America. Thousands. All they bag them, and everybody puts their name on it. They have their trucks that come pick it up. This guy doesn't even see that I'm here, or doesn't even care. Honking at people. I'll just be patient. There's no rush. Are we being terraformed? Here's the. But let me preface that by saying I don't know. What do I know? I know as much as you know. Well, you might know more than me, but that doesn't mean you know. You might have heard more than me because I don't listen. I don't listen to what the power. We are in a little sleepy town called Red Hook. I call it the concrete oasis. And let me tell you, man, yesterday when that smoke came over the Statue of Liberty yesterday, and it just was like slowly inching its way, it just reminded me of like a horror movie where there's something in the mist. It just felt like that. It felt very eerie, and the smell of the burnt wood was also. Come on, I break for pretty people. Come on, come on. All right, maybe I'll put my seatbelt on. I don't want to be driving without my seatbelt. You know, I used to watch all these sci-fi movies, and you know, all these sci-fi movies would have tons of scenes. Well, not tons of it, but there would always be like in like a TV series where there's some sort of terraforming going on, and we're finding planets so that we can turn them into viable planets for Earth's inhabitants because we've destroyed where we lived already, you know, kind of a thing, you know. So I think about stuff like that. Has the movies influenced me to where I see all this smoke allegedly coming from Canada? What's that? How many miles away is the fires? 1,000 miles away? 800 miles away? How far does smoke travel? Because and then winds. I thought the winds came from down in the. I was always taught that the winds came from Brazil and the rainforest, and they made its way up north and then over into Europe and spun around. What's that called? Australia, and then back around. So I'm just wondering, why are we getting all this wind coming down? Does the wind come down? And then why is the smoke so low to the ground? Wouldn't smoke rise? So we have smoke that's rising, and instead of going into the atmosphere, stratosphere, dissipating into that, we have smoke that is now being pushed down the whole state of New York, the whole state of New Jersey, the state of New Hampshire is affected by this. Is Maine affected by this? Is the people in Maine and Chicago getting this? Like, what's going on? I have no idea. What you see outside your window is smoke from Canada. Allegedly. Allegedly. What was I even saying before I get my phone? It's going to stop ringing today. There's no cha-ching ching in the end of my ring. I'm gonna let this guy go through. So they close all the libraries and they telling people not to go outside, not to be in the parks, to be in your home. Really? I hear that. The question is, are we being terraformed? Let me close that ashtray. It looks horrible. Are we being terraformed? Are we being terraformed?